game. Hope every dive play is an 80-yard touchdown.
You can't grind it out, can you? Well, of course, I'm going to get letters from the Giants fans, right? We're only talking about the fact that they're a running team. And Bob Canobio, front profile, a New Yorker, leans over, peering at me, just to say, how dare you say that?
You can't avoid a little controversy now and then.
I can stand the heat in this picture. Under a minute left to go here in round 9. Al Bernstein, Dave Von Tempo here in Mississippi, Samstown. Nice facility here, the Wild River Palace. I like that name.
And an indication of how far gaming has spread. We're coming to you from these different locations rather than just Las Vegas and Atlantic City. The spread of gaming has moved boxing all throughout the United States.
And we are here for it. Round 9 about to come to a conclusion. Right hand by Tommy Parks gets in, but just doesn't look like there's enough pop in Parks' punch to get the job done. Now, interestingly, they have done a great job on the cut over the left eye of Parks, and it has not opened up to speak of. They were close to stopping it, I think, a round or two ago. Workmanlike effort by Bones Adams, and to our way of thinking, it may well net him a victory. But we have 1 round left to go to see if that happens.
You got to shorten up the right hand. He's running right into it. You understand? And you got to suck it up, son. You're starting to wave out there with no punches. You want this fight? Yes, sir. Well, goddamn it, let's fight. What you doing out there is fighting. Suck it up, okay? Let's go. You got 1 round, son. This is it.
Your last round.
Thank you, sir.
Good enough?
Get it, baby.
You own him, Bones. You own him, okay? Doing great here.
All right, Bones.
Keep the pressure on him. Work this, okay?
Well, confidence in the corner of Bones Adams. You can feel it. And a little desperation in the corner of Tommy Parks. There's a man that's happy. He smiles at the camera and says, I have things well in hand, thank you.
I think Leslie Bonanno put it pretty well between corners, reading the riot act to Parks to really get out there and do something. It just may be late for Parks. And even in one of his slower rounds, still a good margin for Adams.
So Tommy Parks and the White Trunks trying to make something happen, although they're bespeckled with his own blood, which came from the cut over his left eye. There's also a cut on the cheekbone of Clarence Adams, but that's not a serious problem. There's been 1 knockdown in this fight. That came in the first round, in which Parks went down from a left hook. Nice right hand by Adams.
Well, speaking of elections, we might have a landslide here.
It's the theme of our tease earlier, and yes, this one would be, we won't even have to wait for the electoral college votes to come in.
Let's hear the concession speech before all the polls close. That's the thing for Parks here. You can't create power. You can't make a guy a puncher when that's not what he's all about. And him falling behind in this fight is for him terrible because he cannot make up that ground.
They were in a clinch there, and Adams just kind of looked away and took an uppercut and tapped him on the side of the head, said, hey, we're going to break.
Is he almost bored with the intensity of the contact?
So we're halfway through the 10th and final round of this featherweight encounter. Bones Adams normally down 5 or 6 pounds lower than this, but moved up to 127. Took the left hook by Parks, and bottom line, folks, is Tommy Parks just doesn't hit hard enough to make an impact with Bones Adams. It's been a bloody encounter. Lots of clashes of heads. I don't think intentional, but they've created a couple of nasty cuts.
And the styles with the heads coming forward all the time and the clutching leads itself to the butts as both fighters are trying to show head movement. So they had the butts, but the corners did good jobs in keeping their fighters alive so we could make it this long.
And while it's disappointing for Tommy Parks, big right hand by Adams. David, has to be a confidence builder for Clarence Adams coming back off the shoulder problem.
To go this long, to be able to cut loose that left hook with impunity and to control a fight practically wire to wire will do a lot for him.
And Adams switches to lefty and has good success with it right here at the end. We've seen him switch before from time to time, doesn't do it too often. So round 10 just about in the books. Look how good Adams is doing as the lefty. God, I wonder if it ended this fight earlier if it had switched there.
We might see him start the next fight that way.
It's all over, and Clarence Adams would appear to have carved out a decision victory over Tommy Parks. This crowd very appreciative, and why not? Even though it was kind of a one-sided affair, it had its moments.
And he was able to force the action, get inside, and make this at times a very intense inside battle. And when it was going to be Adams' type of fight, you see the crowd getting into it. That's one measurement of how big he won.
So we await the decision here. Tommy Parks feeling like he might be a winner, but we're not sure. We know one thing that's a winner. Auto racing here on ESPN. The Grand Prix of Japan will be seen here Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific. That's when you get up for breakfast, isn't it,
That's
Dave?
just about the right time.
You can have your coffee and toast and watch the Grand Prix of Japan right here on ESPN Sunday morning. That's Bones Adams, who feels like he won this race, and we'll find out from the officials if that's so. There's the punch numbers.
Well, they'll throw off the Electoral College for years if that wasn't right, but he had quite a big edge in the jabbing department. That's where Parks had to win this fight, and Adams instead took it to him.
Can you imagine a guy who wanted to win by boxing, and he ends up landing only 22 jabs? Clearly not his night.
He came in against a guy who just pretty much took it away from him.
All right, Ed Darian is collecting all the scorecards, and they apparently have them added up correctly. And let's go up to Ed Darian right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the scoring, and here it is. Judge Fred Steinwinder scores 99-92, while Judge Chester Casino has it at 98-92, and Judge Martin Como scores 191. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Clarence Bones Adams.
Well, 20-year-old Clarence Bones Adams convinced himself, I'm sure, that he's back on track. The shoulder was fine. He won a big 10-round decision, and Dave Bontempo will chat with him when we come back. Top Rank Boxing is brought to you by Sports Cream. Fast pain relief and no odor. And by Fannie Mae, showing America a new way home. An excellent performance by Clarence Bones Adams, and this 20-year-old is now up in the ring with our guy, Dave Bontempo.
Clarence, a more measured performance for you than other fights. Did the higher weight have something to do with that?
Oh, yes. First of all, I'd like to say hi to everyone in Southern Illinois. Hi to my son, Gage. And, yeah, the weight, you know, it means a lot. Slow me down some. That's the reason I took my time. I probably could have knocked it if I jumped on him, but I didn't want to take the chance.
How did the shoulder hold up?
Well, it's up to you. Did it look okay?
We thought it looked okay. How does it feel to you?
It feels great. That's all I wanted to throw was my left jab. You know, he walked right into it, so it made the fight easy.
All right, let's take a look at something you'll enjoy here, the knockdown in round one. Tell us about it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to try that lead left hook. That's what I was throwing in the gym. I was sparring Johnny Vasquez. You know, and he's a southpaw, so you throw a lot of left hooks. So, it paid off.
Did it surprise you caught him that early?
Oh, most definitely. You know, they said that this guy could take a good punch. He's went some distance with some people, strong people. And, it surprised me, but I knew I had him then, so I took my time.
Did you sense that he was going to run and you'd have to be deliberate as far as getting into him tonight?
Since I first heard about him being my opponent, I knew he was going to run.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the victory. We'll look for bigger performances for you. As Clarence Bones Adams puts it away, a nice 10-round performance, a route going effort for him. As we go to break and we'll come back, take a look at some fight coming up.
said, it's a cold, cruel world. Never had our insulation.